You're about to discover a system that is used by the ancient sages and the great emperors of Imperial China. A system that is used by the elite in society, Asian business tycoons, and masters of success. Welcome back to our second part of our training series on awakening your Qi cosmic forces. Now, if you have not already watched part 1 of our training series, please find the link anywhere on this video and or just below at the comment section and go to lesson 1 and watch that video first. Because in this part, I'm going to take you deeper into the art of Qi Dunjia, not only awakening your forces, but help you manifest and co-create the future that you want. Hi, I'm Joey Yap. I'm the creator of the Qi Academy and the founder of the Mastery Academy of Chinese Metaphysics. I'm the author of more than 169 books on subjects like Chinese astrology, feng shui, and Qi Dunjia. In the last 20 years, I've been helping students from all over the world transform their lives using the art and science of Chinese metaphysics. Since the year 2000, I've been working with and consulting for top CEOs, iconic business leaders, and Fortune 500 companies. Each year, I speak to more than 50,000 people in my live events all around the world. I'm also invited annually to speak live on CNN, Bloomberg, and CNBC. I also happen to have my own TV shows that are aired annually on all local TV stations. I've also been very fortunate to have been appointed as the Chief Feng Shui Consultant to some of the world's most iconic buildings in the UK, in America, in Australia, in Singapore, and of course, in Malaysia. Welcome to the second video of this Qi online course.
Because I find that especially in my line of work, part of my job is to build business strategy. So I need to look ahead of helping my company to divert the resources to either areas of opportunities or to avoid threats. So I got introduced to Qi. I was very fascinated that it is really a strategic tool where you can use the forecasting chart to help you anticipate your actions and what's the likely outcome, what's the likely pitfall. Then you can be a better strategist. So since learning Qi, I've been applying it in my line of work to help me at least anticipate what's to come, so then I can give the proper or the right advice or the actions that my company should take.
So I did the online course, which is amazing, and you learn a lot there. And so I started the journal, and over the past few months I've been documenting and doing sage mode and learning the different deities, the different stems, the different stars in the doors, and using that. And each time you add a different layer to it. So I set goals a few months ago, and just before I came here from South Africa, I went through my journal again, and I ticked off all the goals that actually came true, and it was amazing, like to the point. Like if you ask for so much money, the exact same amount comes to you. Like it's actually just so wonderful to know that you have a tool like this that can match your ambition in life. So yeah, I have been using it.
I've seen its applications in forecasting as well as manifesting, and I've personally experienced success stories as well. So obviously I want to deep dive as much as possible into that further applications. Okay, so I'm actually changing jobs, and this new job was actually the result of a manifestation that I did. In the beginning, you're supposed to visualize the outcome, and I've always had trouble visualizing, but there was this one time when we did it, and when I did it, and just saw myself in the job itself. And the interview process went smoothly, and at every step of the way I forecasted what kind of questions are going to come up and how to answer those questions. And there was a HS in the outcome box, and really enough, in less than 4 weeks, I got the offer. So yeah, that was just really amazing, and so that just reaffirms the faith that this actually works.
Now let me introduce you to the 10 guardian deities in your Chiman destiny chart. First, you gotta have your Chiman destiny chart, of course. Now look at your Chiman destiny chart right now. See the area where it says guardian of destiny. Guess what? This is the power of your subconscious mind. Now I say subconscious mind right now because it's the equivalent to what the ancient sages called the universal mind. Each of you are governed by one of this specific guardian of destiny. Each of these guys have their specific ability and powers. The more you train, the more you practice, the more you have access to their abilities. And each one of this is a psychic ability and a special form that could attract certain outcome into your life. Any one of these performing at their highest level, at their highest intensity, could literally create miracles in your life. Let's start with the first one, the chief. How many of you are governed by the guardian of destiny, who is the chief? That means you're the same as people like Bill Gates or Warren Buffett. They are also governed by the chief. The chief is supposed to be the leader of these 10 forces. The chief is the one that if you see the movie Aladdin, well, this is like the genie. The chief has the ability to manifest almost any wish that you have. Now, all you need to do is be careful of what you've been thinking, because it also brings forth whatever that you don't want in life. Because sometimes people tend to wish for the negative, tend to ask for something bad to happen in life, because it all depends on the level that you are in. For example, you may think, oh, if I fall sick right now, people have more sympathy for me, and you know what? The chief will grant it and you'll be sick the next day. Or you may say, oh, if there's some bad things happen to me, people will pay more attention to me, and immediately some bad things happen in your life. That is because the chief have the ability to cause most of your wishes to come true, especially if it's within the realm of possibility. Now, at a higher level, it could bring forth a lot of miracles. If you're thinking about a certain business project, it will happen in your life. If you see a certain thing happening or a certain outcome that you want, all the forces of nature will pull together to manifest that miracle. That's the power of the chief. Now, at higher levels of Chiman Dunja, you can even track which level of the chief that you are born with. Now, the other deity is Nine Heavens. Nine Heavens is one of the powerful deities that anything that you visualize in your mind, as long as you can see it crystal clear in your life, it will happen. That's the power of visualization. Now the thing is the future that you see something that you created, or the energy came from the universe as a message? Both are real, by the way. Sometimes the universe will give you a message in terms of vision. That's when we call these type of people intuitive. They could actually foresee the future. If you have nine heavens, you're generally intuitive. Now, if you want to create the future that you want using nine heavens, you need to crystallize the image. Anything that you can conceive in your mind, you can bring forth in reality. For example, the iPhone first has to be conceived in someone's mind before it turns out to be an actual item. Therefore, conception, visualization is very important if you have nine heavens. On the other hand, if you're governed by nine earth, now nine earth is often regarded as the wealth god. Most of the time, people who are guarded by the nine earth has the ability to attract properties, assets, or even businesses or business opportunities. However, one of the hidden talents of nine earth is to protect the earth. Nine earth implies protecting the earth, caring for the earth, loving the earth. So it has the ability to heal, it has the ability to help other people. The great moon, on the other hand, is the guardian of knowledge, the guardian of wisdom. If you ever need to know about something, tap to the great moon and it will have access. Maybe knowledge comes from your dream, from something you see on a newspaper, or if you turn on the radio, the first message answers the question that you have in your mind. Anytime that you seek subconscious knowledge, access the moon. And if you're born with the sixth harmony, you have the power of connection or connectedness with other people. You're able to connect in a way, bring friends, bring forth networks, being able to see someone, connect on a heart-to-heart basis, build relationships. That's the power of the sixth harmony. Sixth harmony also represents looking for people, looking for something, looking for an object, people, place. It's all about finding things and being connected with time, space, event, and matter. Most people with sixth harmony have a lot of interesting relationship experiences in their life, because sixth harmony governs interesting adventures and experiences. Now let's talk about the forces of the Tao. The first one is the black tortoise. Now the black tortoise is similar to the powers of Darth Vader. You have the power to access into the minds of other people. In fact, you download messages. You regard yourself as an intuitive person because you're able to gauge how other people feel, see how other people think, or even at times influence how other people think. In fact, you could influence masses. A lot of great leaders are born with the black tortoise. In fact, the black tortoise is the opposite of the chief in the light side. The power of the black tortoise normally is governed by sheer power of discipline and willpower. So sometimes you could will something to happen. That is because you have the power of the black tortoise. The surging snake, on the other hand, is the counterpart to the nine heavens. It has the ability to control almost all the forces of nature. Now, if you're born with the surging snake, at times if you're looking for a parking, you can find a parking. If you're looking for a seat in the cinema, you will find a seat. If you're looking for a specific item, object, or person, they would appear just in time for you. Sometimes, at a higher level, you could even clear the traffic, or cause traffic, or cast away the rain. You have the ability over nature. So be aware of this if you're born with the guardian deity of the surging snake. You see the white tiger? The white tiger represents enormous stamina and energy. Everything in this universe is governed by energy. We need energy to think, we need energy to work, we need energy even to love other people. And the white tiger deity governs all this energy. So if you want to excel in, let's say, physical sports, for example, the white tiger is one of the most powerful deities. It gives you enormous, in fact, unlimited stamina to perform almost superhuman feats. Sometimes in danger and urgency, a mother is seen to be able to lift the car just to save their child. Sometimes you see energy comes from nowhere, it comes from the universe. It actually comes from the subconscious power of the white tiger. The next is the red phoenix. The red phoenix has the power of the spoken word, the ability to influence through verbal commands. In the ancient days, wizards, sorcerers, or Taoist practitioners who's able to utter a verbal command to bring forth miracles in life, that's through the power of the red phoenix. So if you have the red phoenix, be careful of what you say. Good things that you say will come true, and so do the bad things. So if you're wishing someone well wholeheartedly, they will get well. And sometimes if you are accidentally cursing someone, they may actually have problems too. So don't curse yourself, don't be hard on yourself, be careful of the words that you say to yourself, because if you're the red phoenix, your words have power. And finally, the grappling hook. The grappling hook is one of the deities that governs the forces of past lives, future lives, and present lives. It has the ability to access knowledge, and it also, in a way, it does not give up. It hooks onto an idea, it hooks onto a specific concept and believes it to be right, and it will bring forth all the forces and armies and people to bring forth that nature into reality. The hook sometimes has a lot of deja vu experiences. They have the ability to access past knowledge, past lives, and sometimes able to get visions of how things to be. They normally have unlimited stamina. So people with the hook, you can never beat them down because they will come back the next day, and you'll be surprised of the miracles that they can create. So these are the 10 deities, and if you're interested in knowing more about the 10 deities, be sure to download the accompanying notes that comes with this lesson.
Chiman has helped me a lot in terms of evidential occurrences and asking the deities. It's been really amazing actually. Now I'm doing only for my family, and it's really worked wonders.
Oh, amazing. He's the most inspirational person I know. I saw the miracles that really happened, the invisible things that we didn't know that they stay there, and the environment really support us to be better and greater than we are. I want to continue this with Chiman because this really helped me, myself, and the people around me to be their better version.
I did a lot of experimenting, a lot of trial and error, and so far it has been very useful. I even applied Chiman and Sage Mode to help me in my health, as I did a surgery last year. So I am recovering well into this year. I took every opportunity to make use of this tool, applying even the smallest thing in their lives. It has changed my life in all areas.
Qi, or life force energy, is the essence of all living beings. Now, when we talk about the things that we want in life, for example, wealth, health, happiness, relationship, all this are a form of Qi flow. In fact, when we look at relationships, it's the connection, the energy, the feelings, the affinity between one person and another. This itself is a form of energy levels. For instance, health. People go for surgery after surgery and yet their disease come back to them. Why? Because their energy imprint is as such. If you do not clear up the energy imprint from within, you will not be able to rid yourself from the health problems that you have. That is why it is so important to increase your energy level from negative into the positive realm. And likewise, relationships. Now, certain people keep falling into the same type of disastrous relationship over and over again. In fact, they keep attracting the bad people into their life. Now, why is it so? It is because they are vibrating at a low level frequency, and therefore you will attract the similar kind of energy into your life. But if you change your vibrational level, you change your energy, you will be able to attract the right type of person for you. And it's not very difficult. And when it comes to wealth, wealth itself is also an energy form. So I was doing all that I can in my business, and yet I don't feel that I was successful. And then by one chance meeting, I met up with this billionaire friend of mine 20 years ago, and he said to me this, I still could remember the exact sentence, and he said, Joey, you will never be able to achieve the kind of success you want in your life being critical of successful people. Well, I said, why not? And then he said to me, that is because you're critical of successful people. I said, that's because they lie, cheat, and steal. Then he said this to me, you can be critical of their lying, cheating, and stealing. You can even be critical of their success at lying, cheating, and stealing. But you cannot be critical of huge success and achieve huge success in your life. So there was just one simple yet profound idea that unblocked my wealth tree. And from that moment on, it spurred a giant wave of coincidental events that carried me on joyously to achieve and receive everything that I ever wanted to be in my business. And that's it, unblocking the wealth tree. Yet this is a common problem with most people around us. When they have problems in terms of wealth, that is because inside them, they despise the rich. In fact, they have a negative perception to what a wealthy person should be. And that is one of the main reasons why a lot of people cannot be rich or they have money problems, because they have a negative wealth tree that exists and shroud their existence. What you need to do with Chiman Dunja is to unblock this negative energy. And when this wealth tree begins to flow, you will become more connected with wealth, and you'll find that wealth flows easily and more effortlessly into your life.
I always want to attend this Chiman course. It's very unique. This is a fantastic tools to do business, for business meeting, or if you are going to start your own business. This is a very fantastic tool to use. Every time I join the class, it energizes me. It gives me new ideas. It's fantastic. It transforms you. So I use Chiman to study about myself first. Know who am I, what I'm good in, what is my weak point, what is my opportunity, what's the threats. Then I reorganize my company. Okay, those staff can work with me. Those who cannot work with me are using all Chiman. It works fantastically because now, as a boss, you don't go down to groundwork to work, you see. You dedicate. You have to find good people to do it. I use it. And it works now. I've been, I think it's about 6 months. It's good. And the result come back, what I want is about achieve about 75% now. I'm very happy for that, you see.
Now let's talk about how you can access your Garden of Destiny using Chiman Dunja. Now the first thing is you need to get your mind to exist at a specific point that we call the point of equilibrium. Now, your mind is the one tool that you need to master. In fact, that is the tool that governs the 10 forces. Now, you have to learn how to control your mind. Otherwise, your mind will go on free flow, and at times it can cause you a lot of pain and drama. There are 3 states that your mind could exist in on its own. Looking at this spectrum right now, if your mind likes to exist at the later heaven, now in Chiman, later heaven means the future. Now, if your mind is constantly thinking about the future, you might be worried about what could happen, what might happen, what might cause you pain in the future. And because of that, your quality of life is affected. You live in constant fear of what could happen or might happen, and that itself doesn't give you peace of mind. Now, if your mind exists in the past following the later heaven, it constantly replays old stories and drama and memories, things that have already passed, but you keep analyzing and reanalyzing what could have happened, what could you have done, and then you feel unhappy and depressed. And so if this mind of yours goes on free flow, it could be in the later heaven or in the early heaven. That means it is not in the point of equilibrium. Now in Chiman Dunja, it's about a system of warcraft. It means that you are the general and your mind is the soldier. If you want to give your soldier a specific instruction, you have to issue a command. That command has to be followed. In order to do so, you have to center your mind at the point of equilibrium. That means you have to stop it from analyzing the future and or analyzing things that has already been. You have to position yourself at the present and at the point where past and present and future combine into one. That state of equilibrium is known as the sage path, or some people will call this the point of alpha. That means to achieve this state, you have to go into a point of perfect mindfulness. And at this point, you should slow down your brainwaves to the point of the alpha level. Now, I like to call this the sage mode. That means you have to control the state of your mind to exist only at the present. And at this state, the past and the future disappears. You only exist in the now. And this is the point where all the top meditations try to bring you into the state of calmness, the state of total relaxation, the state of oneness and mindfulness. Now, being at this state allows you to open up your conscious mind and have a pathway directly into your subconscious mind where you could initiate your command. Now, in the Chiman Dunja system, there is a specific way that could help you achieve this state of mind in the quickest time possible. Are you ready to learn this? Very simple. Now, look at your Chiman destiny chart right now and you would be able to see the Chiman Sage Path direction. Once you identified the Chiman Sage Path direction, let's say it is the west direction, all you need to do is your front face east so that the back of your head points towards the west. Now, if you feel towards the back of your head, you should be able to feel a small protrusion, not a big one of course, a small tiny protrusion. That point here, that is the access point to the Chiman energy force or the universal force that we want to access. If you point the back of your head, which is opposite of your mind's eye, the back of your head towards your sage path direction, sit in a relaxed way, calm down, calm your mind, think of nothing for about 30 seconds to a minute, you're in the sage mode. So all you have to do now is to click the pause button, find your sage path direction, point the back of your head towards that direction. You can always use a compass. Relax your mind. You can do a countdown from 64 to 1. Now, why do we use the number 64? It is because 64 is the number of the hexagrams available in the Yi Jing. So count down from 64 all the way to 1 with your back towards the direction of your sage path. Once you reach to number 1 in a countdown manner, you will be in a state where you are mindful of everything that you are. You're in a total relaxed state. You're not worried about the future nor analyzing something in the past. You're totally aware of who you are and your connectedness with your spiritual self. At that state, the state of sage path, that is when you instruct your guardian of destiny. Now, I did say instruct means you will initiate a command. Remember in the first lesson, we talked about writing down exactly what you want in life. Now, it's very simple now. Look at what you want and give that command. That is the command that you will give your guardian of destiny to bring forth time, space, matter, and event in a meaningful coincidence to help you get whatever you want. Now, there is a small catch, however. Your command and wish has to be within the realm of the capabilities of that specific deity. And so if you give an instruction to, let's say, the white tiger on bringing you wealth, but the white tiger has the abilities over stamina, energy, and performance, it will not be able to attract the love directly to you. So the white tiger has to refer to a different department, send the message to the 6 harmony deity, and it will take a long time before your command will be brought to life. Therefore, it is best to give a command that is within the capacity and the capabilities of your guardian of destiny. So in your sage mode, you have to give a clear instruction. Remember, we did this in lesson 1, that you have a clear definition of what you exactly want in life and when do you want it, and within the realm of possibility. Now give that instruction to your guardian of destiny in your sage mode. So you have done your countdown and you are now in sage mode in an alpha level where you're totally calm and at peace, and you give the instruction and you say, you can reference the name of the guardian deity. In fact, it's just one part of your subconscious mind. So if you're talking to the chief, if your guardian of destiny is the chief can bring forth almost any miracle that you want in life. Now that you have access, direct access to the chief, what would you say to him? For example, if you want a career improvement, say to the chief, Chief, I would like you to help me get my promotion in my current job. At this point in time, I'm working as an assistant manager, but I would like to achieve manager status in the next 3 months. In order to achieve my goal, I would need my superior to take note of the achievements and the contribution that I give to the organization. I would need my superiors and my colleagues to support me to move on to the next level. Be as specific as possible. And that is how you use the Chiman Dunja method to awaken your Chiman cosmic force. Now be sure to download all the notes to read up about the 10 forces, the 10 deities, and I will give you specific instructions of how you can access your sage mode in the notes that you see. So follow the link that you see on the screen right now or just below at the comment section here. Follow the link, download the related notes, and you should be able to get all the tools and techniques necessary for you to manifest your goals as well as connect to your cosmic life force. So that's your homework for lesson 2. Now we're still a lot to cover in the Chiman Academy. In the upcoming lesson, in video number 3, I will be talking about the power of foresight. Imagine having the ability to peer into the future and co-design the future that you want. Chiman is known for its ability to forecast the outcome of your actions and your decisions. Having this powerful tool on hand, you will be able to design the future that you want. So leave a comment for me, even though I may not be able to reply each one personally, but I do read all of them. So check your emails in the next couple of days. I will send you the link the moment video 3 is available. So stay tuned. I'll see you then.